See how easily you can plug your gas furnace into a generator today to keep your family warm and safe in a power outage. Hey, welcome to the very last lesson. You are about there. So, what are we going to learn in this 5th out of 5 lessons to get your furnace running in a power outage? We're going to go inside the furnace. We're going to measure and trim the cord that we need to put in there. We're going to get all the wires connected up. We're going to close it up. We're going to close the furnace. We're going to turn the breaker back on, and we're going to actually fire up the furnace. And you'll see a quick demonstration of how to do that. And then you'll be able to keep your heat on in a power outage. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, here we are on the inside. So, as you remember, we've got the outlet box that comes into the furnace wall, and on the other side, we had wires coming out of this hole. We're not going to be going back into that hole this time, but we're going to be using these wires that go into the furnace, which are these 3 wires to wire up a cord with a plug to plug into the outlet we just made on the other side. So that's the next step. And we're going to actually take this replacement cord we have here, we purchased at the store, and we're going to unpack it and have to trim it down because it's a little bit long. I don't think we need 9 feet of cord to do this. We'll probably only need maybe 2 or 3. So we're going to trim it down and get ready to hook it up to the furnace. There's a 2-hand operation, and there's a little twist tie here. We'll undo that real quick. Okay, and what I'll do to size this is to actually plug it in to the outlet and then kind of see what kind of length we're going to need to get into the inside. So take this and I'll plug this into the outlet right here. Okay, like this. Okay, so it's plugged in. There happens to be a hole that we can use to run the cord through. So I'm going to run the cord through this hole in the side of the furnace wall. Right, here's the end of the cord. See, we've got a lot of extra cord here. So we'll run this through the hole here and the other side. Okay, so we're going to run it through the hole, pull it through the hole. We'll make sure that there's a little bit extra that coming out of it. Okay, and we'll just kind of lift this up to this. It's gonna have to go into this box here. So we will we'll run it up. I don't know. I think maybe I'll cut it off about here. That should give us a little extra to work with. So I'm gonna cut it off right about here. Use the same tool that I used before, these pliers, and I'll cut it and trim it, and we'll go to the next step. So here's the cut-off wire, and I'm going to actually peel a little bit of this black sheathing. There's several layers of sheathing. You've got this outer black sheathing, and then each wire inside, you've got, looks like a green one, which is the ground. That one actually happens to have green sheathing on it. And then the white one, which is ground, and then the black one. But I'm going to peel a little bit of this outer sheathing off. That's one tool that I didn't tell you might need is maybe a razor blade or a knife or something like that. I'm going to actually use a knife to peel that back, and then we can get to the other, the green and the clear and the black wires on the inside. Okay, so I got this peeled back, And I'm going to actually cut this extra sheeting off of here. And then I'll use the tool, my pliers, to trim these back. And we'll connect those to the wires in the furnace. And we're getting close to being able to finish this up. The next step is to take, there's a spot on the top of this box that's called, it's called a knockout. And basically it's a spot where it's ready for you to actually make a hole. It's mostly trimmed out, so all you have to do is knock it out literally with typically a screwdriver or something. So we're gonna open this up, and then we're gonna actually take this wire and put it down in that hole. So that'll provide a path so we can cover this box up after we get all the wires connected. Now we're going to actually strip the sheaths off of the these three wires, the green, the black, and the white, and get ready to connect them to the furnace. Okay, I've stripped the wires, and now what I do is actually twist these, because they're actually made of several smaller strands of copper. So I twist them clockwise, because that's when the direction you're going to twist the caps, the yellow caps, and kind of get it pre-twisted kind of thing. So I'm going to do that for each one of these. That goes to the cord that I plugged into the outlet that we made. Okay, and we'll also twist the wires that are inside the furnace that go to the furnace in the same direction. Twist them clockwise. All right, I'm going to take these wires and put them down in this hole right here. So focus on the hole. All right. All right. And through the hole. Okay, so we have the wires here that I just put through the hole, and then these wires here that go to the furnace. So it's a simple matter of connecting the white to the white. So I'll do that. Take these.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite the same.
Yeah, and what I'll usually do is I'll just kind of twist them together a little bit, clockwise. Okay, we'll stay on this. And I'm going to get a yellow cap. These are called wire nuts, actually. And put it on top and twist it to clockwise until it gets good and tight. Okay, and we'll do the same thing with the other colors. Black to black. Twist them together. And stay on that. And we'll get the other wire nut. The video quality has got to be much better because I have my assistant helping me out. He's super good at doing videos. Okay, the green to green. This one is a little bit frayed, so I gotta twist those wires. Okay, and we twist them together. Okay, and we get the other cap, or wire nut is what it's actually called. Put it on there. Get it good and tight. Just check them all against once more, and then we put them inside this box. Okay, watch what my fingers are, and then we cover it up with this cover. Where am I? There we are. And I'll put the screw on this, and that part will be done. When we get the screw, please keep that on there. Look for the screw. Here it is. Okay. And thank you. Mm-hmm. And this is the flat blade. You can also do it by taking this off, this 10-in-1 screwdriver. because it's got a hex shape head. Oh, I got this one's too big. So I need to put this back in here with the smaller one. Okay, so that box is sealed shut. Okay, and make that go through that hole a little bit better. Okay, and the next step is to put the covers back on. So keep an eye on, hey, back off, Mr. Cameraman, my assistant, so you can see the whole thing. And just kind of goes in here, and this slides up under that, and then there's a little tab right here. Can you see the tab that this is resting on? Okay, and this one, not all of them, but this one has 2 spots for screws. So I'm going to go and put those screws in. So here's the first one. And it's mainly just to keep it more snug. It's not required. It doesn't have to be in here. But this one looks like it uses the bigger screws. Okay. And then we'll go down here to this spot here. Put this screw in. Doesn't seem to be, well, I probably don't have it lined up properly. All right, let's keep an eye on that right there. I'll get that lined up.
Maybe loosen that one.
Yeah, that's sometimes over when you've got 2 screws, it's a good idea to not tighten all of them until you get all of them started. And I see the hole. Yeah, there we go. So since this one is already started, I can go ahead and tighten this one down all the way. Okay, that one's good. Tighten this one up. All right, I'm going to put the cover back on this. Notice down here on this one, this edge needs to go into this right there, okay? And then you just lift it up. And it goes into place. Tighten this by going that way, and this one, tighten that way. And it's all back together. Well, here we are by the breaker box. So I'm going to go turn that breaker on, and then we'll run upstairs and fire that furnace up. So here we go. Here's the breaker box. And there's the breaker that I put the tape on earlier. It says Ask Dad. So we'll take the tape off, and we will turn this breaker on. And you can close the box and go get the furnace going. All right, right now the furnace is set for 68 degrees. It's 68 degrees in the room, so I'm going to turn it up about 3 degrees. We'll see if it turns on. 1, 2, 3. I hear it starting. I'm going to look for a blue flame. It's working. Cool. Well, the next last thing will be to show you how to run it using a generator. Hey, it's time to actually get this thing going with a generator. So let me show you how that all works. We'll get the generator going, plug it in, and we'll show you how to fire up the furnace. Here's my furnace. So just so you guys can see when it lights up, I'm going to take these doors off. So I'm going to do that. Okay, careful, these can be sharp. Okay, and right here, this top half is sitting on a little metal tab right here. So you just pull it out and then down. Okay, and right here you've got a safety switch which requires the door to be on, but that's fine because we'll be watching for the gas to light up here. So I'm going to go put that door on. So we'll get that on here. Okay, doors on. Next step is to get your 3-prong plug right here, the female end, and then you take it and you unplug your other end that you worked on earlier, and you just simply plug it in to your 3-prong plug and your generator. Now I'm going to turn my thermostat up 3 degrees, and we'll watch up here for the gas to light. All right, you hear the fan turning on. That's normal. And then you'll see an orange glow up here, and that's the igniter that's going to ignite the gas. And when the gas ignites, you'll see blue up in here. Right now it's orange. Get ready to light. There we go. We got blue. So right here you got blue, blue, blue. That's all the flame of the gas burning to keep your home and your family warm and cozy during the power outage. Hey, if you like what you've seen and it's brought value to you, please give generously to my Give, Send, Go link at the bottom of this page. Thank you very much.